Hey guys, what is going on? I hope you're having a fantastic day. Let's have a chat. It's been a while. Let's talk. I took a little break, like a week and a half, from the channel. I mean, I still thought about it, of course. It's, it pops into your head, you think about it. But I chose to not really do any planning. Just kind of leave it, check the channel, check the comments every day, but don't make any videos, don't record anything. I haven't even played Realm, because I just wanted to sort of step back. Because you know how if you stay in your work really up close, looking at all those fine details, sometimes you forget to look at the big picture and you lose sight of it in the grand scheme. So I wanted to just take a break and come back with a clear mind, a fresh head. But this was a little bit different because I've taken breaks before, whether for vacation, I'm tired, I just made a big video and I want to relax a little bit, or I don't have any ideas, or I'm focusing on school, whatever the reason. I've taken breaks before, but this one it felt a lot more necessary and a lot more personal because I was kind of trapped inside my head for a little bit. I thought I was thinking about the bigger picture, but really I was focusing on one aspect of it. The success of the channel, the future. Always thinking about the future, never living in the present, never really valuing what I make. I would make a video and immediately start thinking about the next one, which isn't bad in moderation. It's good to think about your next step and plan and be prepared. But of course, you can take that too far, as I generally do. I would say around July or August, whenever I was done with my summer vacation last year, it was about 3 weeks I went without making a video. I was taking an online class that took up all my time and I wasn't at my computer, I was away. Makes sense. Naturally, when you don't upload for 3 weeks, it just does wonders for your views and revenue. So whenever I came back, I was, a little bummed about that, but as expected. So I said, I'm going to bounce back from that. I'm going to recover. I'm going to rebound, upload a whole bunch of stuff. And that's fine. It's good to be fired up about that. But it is very easy to get fatigued from that. You have all this energy in the beginning, and this has happened so many times where I say, I'm just going to go nuts and record a whole bunch of stuff today. And after the first or second day of recording and editing, I'm so burnt out and I don't want to even look at the computer and I don't want to edit. I just want to sit on my bed or something, or go out and get some food, anything but sit back in that chair again. Because it doesn't matter how much you love something. I mean, there are different thresholds for it, but if you do something too much, even if you love it, you will learn to hate it because you're overflowing your senses with it. I watched 2 really insightful videos by Smooth McGroove, who was on a 8 to 9 month hiatus. He just took a break from YouTube and left, and then came back and made a couple of videos talking about why he left and his perspective on being a creator and how you shouldn't overwhelm yourself because our mind is it's like a computer. It's like an operating system with all these different programs running. And if you leave them running too long, you overheat and you start to slow down and it gets messy. And so we all need a chance to step away and clear our minds and take breaks regularly. If you're really good at managing your time, then you probably won't need to take a big break because you'll space them out. You work a little bit, break a little bit, work a little bit, break a little bit. It's a lot of self-discipline. It takes a certain degree of maturity to do that. Sometimes I have it, sometimes I don't. It depends on my mood. Sometimes I forget. Sometimes I remember and then I get lazy about it. Or sometimes I'm really passionate about a video and I just want to crank it out, which is fine. But then if I start thinking about the next 3 videos I want to make and I start fatiguing myself, then that's where the problem lies. So for the next half a year, from August to February last month, I was focusing on this channel from a business perspective, which I'll say right now, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. If you're a painter and you want to sell your paintings for money, you're allowed to do that. If you make a movie and you want to sell tickets to it, you're allowed to do that. If you have a YouTube channel and you want to monetize your videos, you're allowed to do that. You shouldn't be ashamed of wanting to make a profit off of your craft. That's what this business is all about. That's what being an artist is. It's what having a job is, a career, a passion. You do it for fun, but you need money. It's what makes the world go around. We have to earn it. A wise man once told me, One of the most important things in life is being able to make money. And as long as you don't let it corrupt you, there are no drawbacks to that. Just live in moderation, don't let it control you. Just know how to make it. And share it with the people that you care about. That's all I'm looking for. So the channel's doing pretty well for those months, and then whenever we hit November and December, as some of you may know, those are the most profitable months in the year for revenue. You could be getting the same views on everything and uploading the same amount of content, but you'll be making more money because it's the holiday season. Ads are running more frequently, they're worth more money, and I would imagine more advertisers are, putting their hand in. So you're making like double what you made just a few months ago. It feels great. It's like a Christmas bonus. It's perfect. It makes sense, and I'm not complaining. Then January hits, and it cuts back in half pretty quickly. But I guess the wake-up call that I had was whenever I uploaded, towards the end of December, I started making the DDLC videos, which I was incredibly nervous about. Anytime I do something new, especially something like that, I'm always worried how it's gonna be received. Thankfully, it was incredibly positive. So, in between those videos, I made my class ranking video where I took the Realm classes and labeled my favorites from least to greatest. That video has over 38,000 views right now, which is equivalent to my sub counter, more so. And anytime you can make a video that is equal or more than your subscriber count is perfect. That means it's getting passed around and more people are watching it. So, I uploaded a video after that, sort of a follow-up video on the best beginners classes. 10K views. It's not that interesting of a topic, I imagine. Okay, I'll let that slide. So I made a top 10 video. I haven't done one of those in a while, and I actually took like a week on and off writing that, so I felt like there was some genuine effort put into it. 10K views. Okay, let's make a guide. That's my thing. Even though it's Davy Jones and nobody really wants it, still, my guides generally perform pretty well. 10K views. Okay, let's remake an old guide. One of my most popular videos, the Godlands guide. Let's do that again. It's time for a reboot. 10K views. Let's make a commentary. 10K views. No matter what I did, everything was getting the same amount of traction, which is fine, but I had just made the class ranking video, which got a great amount of views. So I wasn't sure if me uploading DDLC messed with my algorithm because I was changing my upload pool, or if those videos that I was uploading just weren't as interesting. I'm leaning towards the latter, but I was confused. I'm still a little bit confused. And the PPE videos, the NPE videos, all under 10K. So that led me to believe that Realm just wasn't doing as well anymore. Like, unless I'm uploading a Lost Halls or a Nest guide, it's not going to do anything. And that thought terrified me. If I'm pouring all of this effort into something that's not even going to do very well, doesn't that kind of seem like a waste of time? And that's when the whole money thing started to come into play. I started uploading these videos in larger mass because of the money, because I wanted this channel to be successful. And that's when I realized I had to take a step back. My head was not in the right place. I was stressing out about making videos, thinking about those playthroughs that I really wanted to make. I wanted to make them out of necessity rather than personal desire to expand. Like, I'm always thinking about what's going to get me some exposure. And then it's like, why do I even want exposure? If I'm going to be like this, and then so now I have an even bigger following who wants me to produce more content that I don't even want to make, that sounds like a nightmare. That's not what I want either. So I cleared that from my mind, took a week off, met up with some friends, some people I hadn't seen since high school, which was almost 2 years ago now. That's insane. I needed a strong taste of reality, without any connection to this world. Without all the stress of it, I needed to focus on what would it be like if I didn't have this channel? What would my life be like? Now, obviously, I didn't completely turn away from the internet or act like my channel didn't exist. I'm not a method actor, of course not, but I wanted a shift in perspective, so that way whenever I came back, I would be unbelievably refreshed and I would want to work again. But another thing that was kind of getting me down was how a lot of the bigger Realm YouTubers, have been drifting away. Obviously, Silver Dollar rarely uploads, and if he does, it may not even be Realm, which is fine. I mean, he's got his own life. Spencer quit. GHCD, while consistent and produces some fantastic edits, has just said that he's bored of Realm too. He's, here's the deal. We all think it's a fun game. It's a fun game. Why else would we play it for this long? But we've been playing it for like 6 years. That's a long time to be playing the same game. I don't believe that games are meant to go on forever. I like whenever they have a beginning, middle, and end. Because without an ending, how can you appreciate the road along the way? If there's no finish line, how do you go, that was a good race? It never ends. You can't appreciate because you're still doing it. I'm so grateful that it's still alive and that it's getting updated by Deca. But that doesn't change the fact that I've been playing the same game for 6 years. I mean, I'm a creature of habit, don't get me wrong, but even I have my limits. I am going to take this channel one step at a time, one video at a time, and see what works. I'm going to try a few new things, stick with what works, and then expand upon that to make it even better, and who knows? Maybe I can get somewhere with that. The goal here is to not worry about the future. It's to look forward to it. But try not to set too many expectations. I'm just going to go with the flow and let it happen, do what I love, and try to be fairly consistent. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching and sitting through this very off-the-cuff video. Then again, I guess that's not really new for me. I've done this sort of thing in the past, but I know it's not super organized. Felt like you deserved an explanation for why my sudden, short absence took place. It's nothing serious, it's just my own personal journey that I'm going through and that I need to take one step at a time. And it took me until now to really understand that. So hopefully it'll be a lot more smooth from here. All right, thank you guys so much for watching again. And as always, don't forget to check out the next episode whenever I post it, which will probably be soon. All right. See ya.